Greetings. So I saw this YouTube community post on Sista's channel raising the possibility that certain Christians who criticize Israelites are being paid to do so. Now, before we get into the more fun part of this video, I just wanted to say that you don't really have to pay Christians to criticize ideological rivals or alternative ideologies. You see, polemics against rival ideologies have a long and continuous history within Christendom, within Christian history, and it going all the way back to antiquity, or if we more narrowly limit our scope to just the Protestant spectrum, we could say that there's a half a millennium worth of polemics against the Catholic Church or Catholicism, which continue to this day. And then more recently, you have Protestants who devote their time to critiquing Mormonism or Jehovah's Witnesses. And of course, a lot of energy is spent criticizing Islam, which is a particularly prominent rival and alternative within Christian spaces. And so, and then of course there are others who devote themselves to tackling the various challenges and permutations and aspects of the secular world, such as Marxism or atheism or the abortion industry or debates over alleged contradictions between modern science and the Bible or the gay rights movement and so on, right? The point is that criticizing ideological rivals is something that you will always find some Christians engaging in, right? Once any other ideology has any level of success in winning hearts and minds within an environment which is also inhabited by Christians, it's only natural that some of those Christians are going to offer or attempt to offer responses to that rival ideology, right? To that alternative ideology with varying levels of success, right? And so actually, let me share a bit of a personal example. You see, I'm from Manhattan's Lower East Side, and about 40 years ago, my mother was exploring the Pentecostal scene in the neighborhood, in the Lower East Side in Manhattan. And at that same time, the Hare Krishna movement was having, a not insignificant impact in the neighborhood, through a combination of their charity. They engaged in a lot of charity, and also their catchy public mantras, the music that they would play, the religious music they would play in public constantly. And I mention this because in those Pentecostal churches that my mother was visiting at that time, 40 years ago, there were people polemicizing even against the Hare Krishnas. Now, perhaps the polemics weren't very sophisticated, but the point is that even the Hare Krishnas are not going to be spared this sort of natural outcome of Christian reactions to alternative or rival ideologies. And so with that in mind, we shouldn't be surprised if Christians will likewise polemicize against Israelites, some of whom themselves have a long history of polemicizing against Christians, right? The point is there's no need to propose a more dramatic, conspiracy, right? This is just sort of a natural thing that's going to happen amongst some Christians, right? But that said, on a not so serious note, I wasn't showing that. I wasn't showing that post just to express disagreement with Sista E, whom I respect, by the way. Rather, the real reason I wanted to show this is because I wanted to note a comment on her post, which I thought was quite fun. So in that comment, a person attempted to offer some corroboration for the hypothesis that Christians are getting paid to attack Israelites. And the author did so by noting that Alton Johnson had already admitted that he's getting paid, and that specifically me, that I am the one of the people who's taking care of folks financially. So I just wanted to say that I loved this comment, right? It put a huge smile on my face, and this comment is what inspired me to make this brief video, which is just being made just for the fun of it. Although I have to confess that I think the author may have failed to catch the satire in what she had seen and what she was referencing. Nonetheless, for those who are unfamiliar with what she was referring to, I'm going to close this with some excerpts from a video which she's referring to. It's a video that Alton Johnson posted to both TikTok and YouTube. And of course, I'll post a link to the full video in the video description. But in short, that was my real motivation here, to make a short and fun video showing the comment, showing what that comment was referring to, and hoping that there are smiles on all sides. So here's the clip. Enjoy, have fun, and God bless.
My life be like,
Yo, what's up? What's up? Yo, check out my crib. I'm out here in Phoenix, Arizona. Yo, check out the crib. It's nice. The scenery around here. Look at this. Yo, check
my life be like,
your apologist. Yeah, good.
my life be like, times like these, and Jesuit say, Lord, if you see me, please come my way. Jesuit bring down trouble, and I pray. I'm sacrificing the price you pay. Living like a fingertip. Sometimes I fall, I slip.
Palm trees. Yeah, you know. We got the electric vehicles right here. We got the hybrids. We got the Teslas, you know. Brother-in-law right there. Yo, look at this scenery. Yo, look at this. Look at this. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We done hit the jackpot. Here go the jackpot slot machines right here. Theater room. You know, this is where we watch Council of Nicaea videos. You know, the Jesuits, you know, they ain't here right now. You know, we got 6 Jesuits that be coming up in here, but you know, it's all good. They ain't here right now. We'll get them later. And then we got that new 2022 thing right here. You know what I'm saying? Paid by for these Jesuits, these Roman Catholic Jesuits. Yo, they take care of us urban apologists, man. I just want to shout out to everybody out there who's been paying us urban apologists. And just want to let y'all know I'm going to spill the beans right now. Abu is our boss. He's a Roman Catholic Jesuit. Abu is the boss. He made this all possible. Shout out to you and your fam, man. Salute. We'll see y'all next time.
Hey, Alton, see if Abu hiring. I need a job. I'll quit.
Yeah, if you living like that, I want a job.
I'll be Catholic.
Sorry, I left. I love the urban apologist. Hire me back aboard. I'm gonna do better. I'm not gonna speak against the order. Let me back in the door.